Vale. Muy buenas a todos. Soy Marco Español 34 y estamos en Genshin Impact, que Genshin Impacta. Estamos en la relajatetera, este almacén que tengo aquí puesto. Calla, puta. Fabricar, no. Ah, sí, vale. Que te calles, hostia. Vale. Y nos hemos quedado sin lore. Entonces, mi idea era ponerme a... Hola, sin nombre, ¿qué tal? Mi idea era ponerme a hacer misiones que tengamos por ahí pendientes. Calla, quiero ver qué vendes. Ah, ¿qué? Calla. A ver. Vale. A ver. Pues eso, mi idea era ponerme a hacer misiones que tengamos por ahí. Más exactamente, yo creo que haremos alguna misión de personaje. De alguna que tengamos por aquí. Porque esta es que nos encontré, que el lore de que se pasa de Scaramouche al Trotamundos. Tengo que hacerlo. Pero, según tengo entendido, lo de los 5 días dura igual que una misión normal, solo que te obligan a dividirlo en 5 días diferentes. Entonces, no sé. Mira, capítulo 4, acto 6, ¿podemos hacer este? Sí, yo creo que sí. A ver, hacemos primero esta parte de lo de Draco, Rubedo, y lo hacemos el capítulo 4. Me parece bien. Ah, vale, sí. Simulanca, básicamente. Sí. Vale, y esto es ya lo que vimos en cámara. ¿No tienes ninguna de las misiones estas? ¿En serio? Sí. Síndrome te iba a llamar sin nombre. ¿En serio no tienes ninguna de estas? Yo tengo un cojón y medio. Por eso, vamos a hacer la de Draco Rubedo de este. ¿Cuál de distancia está? 10 kilómetros. De un país a otro solo hay 10 kilómetros. Y hay dos naciones de por medio. A ver, por favor, transpórtate. En fin, haremos Draco Rubedo de este. Y luego nos ponemos al acto 4 este de Sumeru. Que ese no lo hice en su día. Esto ya es lo que hemos visto, sí. Ninguna, tienes ya todo completado, tío. Entonces ¿qué hacer? Farmear. ¿Qué está purificando?
Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get...
Mamón, te los has cargado.
It's all good. We've had worse.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well...
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic, known as storytelling, was born.
Farmeas lo que encuentres. Bueno, puede ser.
She asked us to come.
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, that's Aunt Alice to you.
Mini Durin la ha dicho.
I have brought you and the traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
¿Qué pasa?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdaughter. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
¿Este no es el libro de Simonanka? Se parece mucho. Hola Jerry, ¿qué tal? Estamos aquí haciendo misiones random del Genshin.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after all.
¡Eh! Está Alice. Adiós Jerry.
So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice.
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka 2.0 or something?
¡Vamos! Simonanka
Certainly
2.0.
not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me. But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
This is your mother's dying wish.
¿Pero que se ha muerto o qué?
Mother's dying wish was a book?
Let me
Nuestra
answer your
vieja.
question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret?
Que su obra está incompleta.
Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire?
No.
Oh, well, you're missing out. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns writing the next part of the story. I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a
¡Ah, que se ha muerto la madre de Durin!
true tragedy. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished.
Sé lo que he dicho yo antes. ¡Espabila!
All is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you, because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret
No puso pared, no.
is you.
No
so
lo puso.
my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finishing the story?
That's one way to put it.
Is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh.
Qué bien, ha desaparecido la cabrona.
Just think of this
Ahí
task
está.
as giving a story a much-needed ending. All I ask is that you do your best.
I understand. But I only just started learning human script.
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful helpers? With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So don't be shy to ask lots of questions.
GG easy.
If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask? What
Es
kind of
verdad que
story
tienes que
was
hacer
my
una
mother
encuesta
hoping
de
to write?
Es verdad. Ahora lo hago. Bueno. En fin. Primera idea para historia, ¿vale? La idea es... La idea es que un dragón que tiene 4 corazones se va a reventar a las gemelas torres. Pues, y y el dragón es de Sumeru. ¿Qué os parece? Yo creo que es una buena idea. A ver, encuestas. Hacemos un apartado para APKs y cosas así. Tiranías. Vale. Y ahora hago... ¿Cómo se hacían encuestas aquí? No. ¿Cómo se hacían encuestas, mamón? No me acuerdo cómo se hacían las encuestas. Aquí, ya está. Que le han cambiado el lugar. De APK. Sí. No. Ya está. Le vuelvo a hacer el guión. Vale. Vale, ya he hecho la encuesta. Es una buena historia, ¿no crees? El dragón llamado Osama que va a detonarse las gemelas torres.
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have to find it yourself, here inside this book.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah, let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining.
Why's that?
Y si nos
Because
sobra
when Anne
tiempo...
created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book.
Ah, en fin.
Its chapters are scattered through memories
calla.
of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
Se me ha olvidado qué iba a decir. Ah, sí. Si tenemos tiempo, también haremos lo de Scarab. Ya que nos metemos con Sumeru, hacemos el intermedio 3. Y su novio Obama, sí. Bueno, su tío Obama. Pero bueno. Las aventuras de Obama y Osama. Hostia, tío, queda súper bien. Las aventuras de Obama y Osama. Joder. En fin, si nos da tiempo, aparte de hacer la misión de Sumeru, haremos la misión de Scaramouche, que también es en Sumeru. Así que no creo que tardemos mucho, serán 3 horas y media, más o menos, 4. Y tenemos hasta las 11 y son las 5 y media, así que perfecto.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
M left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter.
Kabum kabum,
Follow
sí,
the
kabum
hints,
kabum.
and you'll find them. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
¿Y eso?
And this is...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink M left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, it's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
It just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
A ver cómo lo han hecho.
It's just another form of storytelling. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes, I'll find...
Venga,
With the two of us by your side, you'll be...
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to
acaba de
do.
decir okidoki.
Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so now...
Yeah!
Eso.
Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out.
Gli.
All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how
Ingling,
the
gling,
story
gling,
ends.
gling, gling, gling. No, por las gemelas torres, no. A ver.
Oh, here we are again. Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues. Huh?
Se abrió.
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place
Solo iban a
for stories to
consultar a
sleep
Paimon.
perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past.
Sullivan, dame a la
There,
niña.
a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet untold. Find the place I speak of, for
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be?
Porque sabes que es
Hey,
monster.
you might actually be onto something.
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ah, por eso el inicio está en Monster.
I feel bad
De
about
Simulanka.
dragging the two of
El
you
libro estaba en
along on
Monster.
such a long journey.
En un bar.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on.
Draco Rubedo 1. ¿Paimon racista? Claro. ¿Tú no viste la portada de uno de mis episodios que era Paimon del Estado Islámico? Paimon es miembro del Estado Islámico, ¿tú no lo sabías?
Back in the Mondstadt Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
¿Tú no eres de la que la Lisa?
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sí, Paimon es terrorista.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other. So I suppose I can let it slide just this once.
¿Cuándo ocurrió
Back
eso?
when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain.
Oh?
Se la chupaba encima, o sea, se la metía dentro del libro.
Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed.
En serio, vamos a tener que jugar al busca.
Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then a while later, well,
Seriously?
that particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are...
Vale. Poemas de...
Kinda looks like
De una
a poetry
pija.
collection. Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
Poemas de un terrorista de Al Qaeda. Vale. Registro del experimento número 731.
Experiment log. There's something seriously suspicious about this book.
El segundo hechizo más poderoso. Bueno,
Strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee.
no mostrar a Kili.
There's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt Library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious. Huh. There's definitely something fishy about this one.
¿Cuál es el juego favorito de los palestinos? El Buscamina. No, es el juego favorito de los sirios.
Hmm.
Es el de los
Let's
sirios.
say it's one of after all.
¿Qué dice? ¿Qué dice? ¡No! ¡Ay! ¡Mamón! ¿Qué estaba leyendo? Lisa,
Well, did you manage to find them?
creo. Poema de...
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
Poemas de un terrorista de Al-Qaeda.
And it looks like a regular poetry collection.
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that
Pues
took place
coño,
in
arranca el
Dragon's
poema.
Place. 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
We're talking about Durin.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But
Pues
this
coño.
one hit a bit too close to home.
Si es solo uno, cortas el libro, lo reimprimes y ya está. Que el poema se vaya a la sección prohibida y ya está. Lo censuras un poco. No lo censura el libro entero.
And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection. Blot out.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon.
Mohamed dice que es un fuego artificial en Palestina, Mohamed. Muy bien, sin nombre, te he enseñado bien.
Well, did you manage to find them?
Te he enseñado bien. Registro del experimento 731.
This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Debe ser un libro de autores seguro.
Yeah, we could tell just from reading the...
Albedo was the one who brought it
Ah,
in.
Albedo.
He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around.
¿Y por qué no lo
or keep in
quemáis
his
y ya está?
workshop.
Really?
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well,
La princesa jabalí.
well, this book has quite an obvious connection with that mage. But as one of the library's classics, its presence here is hardly unusual. It really is a must-read, so if you haven't read it yet, that's your homework, cutie. Well, did you...
Sí, sí, Lisa, solo queda uno.
Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
Yo llevo siendo así desde los 12 años, bro, ahora con 15 cada vez más y más. Pues ahora imagínate cuando llegues a los 20. Como yo. Serás... Te van a funar. Tú chúpate un huevo todo lo que digan y ya está. Mientras no te metas con la gente que es de tu zona, todavía.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't
Que lo vea.
After
La
Cleo was
terrorista.
born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Clay, huh?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Clee see it
Joder,
would
la terrorista, tío. El libro tiene... Estoy seguro que el libro tiene la fórmula de hacer una reacción en cadena para hacer una bomba nuclear. O algo.
Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, I'm
not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again when—
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Alright, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Abore.
Wait, look!
Se los va a chupar. Nacimiento, acto 1.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for
Ay, qué mono.
stories came upon
Me lo
the
robo.
tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite
Qué mono
its
el loco.
body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead.
La única cosa que me
And
fue una,
so
fue una
she
charla
set
de
off
TikTok,
to do
dude.
just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend.
Te van a
With
fumar.
it, she wove a
Instagram es
dragon's
salvaje.
egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought,
Mierda.
she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
Un palacio, ¿no?
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a trace of palatial splendor. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Es la historia del nacimiento de Durincito, ¿no?
Whoa! We're actually inside the story.
Pero a ver, si esto es la sala de combate, solo que remodificada.
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Instagram me aplaude cuando hablaba de ese tipo de temas. Claro que sí, Instagram es salvaje.
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
Esta que es la mama.
And now, a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere. Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah. But why is
Porque
it
es la de
so
Simulanca, SM.
I've missed this.
Es la
Just
María
like the
esa.
stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean M?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, Now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story
Ya está, te
to
respondió.
unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps.
Oh, is that a hint?
Yeah.
Venga. Pero antes... Bueno, tengo a
For a
Durin, qué
moment,
bueno.
The story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all.
A ver, huevo.
This must be the
Mira mi
dragon
huevo.
egg, right?
Mira mi
It's
huevo.
gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
Tiene toda la pinta, señor.
So, how are we supposed to help
Hay
the
mucha
story
diferencia
along?
entre 15 y
Looks
17.
like all we can do right now
Un
is
poquito. Un poquito. Tampoco te pienses que es la... que es una diferencia abismal.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group.
Oh, right. We're at the point in the story where we're waiting
Skip.
for the baby dragon.
El botón de
So
skip.
that has to happen before the story.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
¿Y si lo termino cocinando, qué? ¿Y si se nos muere el dragón?
What? You want us to
Sí.
roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales, it is told that only by fire's embrace will...
Huh, you kind of have a point.
Okay.
Vale. Pero antes... un poco de ludopatía, ¿no? Let's go gambling. Que tengo aquí ya 10 deseos azules. De estos del perma. Es que ella este año cumple 18. ¡No! Bueno, hay que tirar 10 deseos para olvidar eso. Let's go gambling. A ver qué sale. Espada de Faunios. Bueno. Bueno, mierda. ¡Noele! ¡Me ha tocado otra vez Noele! ¡Vamos! Ha tocado Noele y su arma. Noele! Venga, Noele C1. Grande, Noele. Grande. Le voy a dar de hostias, me lo voy a comer entero.
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth. Though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly.
Porque suena re pedófilo, tío. No me jodas.
Such fiery anticipation might itself...
O sea, preguntas. Tú haces pregunta en plan... ¿Qué diferencia de edad hay entre 15 y 17? Te digo, no hay mucha diferencia realmente. O sea, pero yo pensando... A diferencia de moralidad y cosas así, de personalidad. ¿Vale? Entonces me dice... que este año cumple 18. Técnicamente, 18, aunque estés con una 17, ya es ilegal. Tienes que esperar a que los dos sean mayores de edad. Que realmente yo no le veo nada de malo si es uno de 18 y uno de 16, por ejemplo. Porque coño, son 2 años, tampoco es tanto. 3, bueno, se puede llegar a comprender si empezaron de antes.
You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so. Just like the witch who created that.
Tú espérate un poquito a que te cocinen más.
But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved. And you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
GG, nació.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely.
¡Ay, qué mono!
For she had 3 visitors by her side. Together,
Aimon, el
they
viajero,
beheld
y
the
los dodocos, me
first
encantan.
breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon.
Ah, bueno,
And
entonces,
so,
si es consentido perfectamente tú, adelante, hombre.
did the little dragon's story begin.
Además está mejor visto que sea un chico menor con una chica mayor, o sea, no en plan 9 y 18, pero sí en plan 15, 18, que sea al revés, un chico de 18 y una de 15. Está mejor visto que sea chico de 15 y chica de 18. Por ejemplo, el meme este de no es un pedófilo, es una pedófila, ¿vale? Por ejemplo, ese meme va por eso. Tú tranquilo. Que eso está mejor visto, aunque técnicamente es lo mismo.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends.
Final feliz, sí.
That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon. True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
¡Dodoko!
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey! That's Alice's voice!
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you.
Toda la grabación se va a estar
I'll give you a
respondiendo.
few hints about how the book works.
Siempre pone 20-21. Mira. Bueno, a ver, si tienes aspecto más adulto, mejor. Pero a ver, los reconocimientos facial tampoco te fíes mucho, que es una mierda. ¿Vale? O sea... Con que tengas un bigote ya te pone más tiempo.
You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore. Have fun, dearies. Toodles.
Ay, por eso es el delay. Vale.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break. Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
Venga,
So let's
a
meet
comer
up here
entonces.
later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Where am I going to get the more?
A ver, vamos a intentar abrir a ver qué dice. Nah, no sé, yo te diría que no te fíes igual de los reconocimientos faciales. Es lo mismo, ¿no? Sí, es lo mismo. Observar.
Huh. Paimon doesn't remember seeing this many manuscripts last time we... So, she wrote this many books even after Durin was born? Let's see. Weird. Is it just that Paimon hasn't read enough, or were none of these ever actually published? Wonder which story these are for.
¿Tienes una voz grave? Tú dices. Bueno, puede ser. A ver, también es verdad que la voz que tú te escuchas no es la misma, ¿eh? Que tienes de verdad. Que seguramente ya lo sabes, o sea... Yo, por ejemplo, no soporto mi voz real.
Went into it.
Yo no la soporto mi voz de real. En parte es por eso, por lo que no edito. Y en la otra parte es que me da una pereza. Uy, Durin, ¿qué haces aquí?
Aunt Alice said we can return to the story world at any time. If you feel like checking it out again.
A ver. Bueno, pues ya habíamos hecho este. Vale, pues siguiente. Que será mañana esto. Pues vale, pues vamos a hacer ahora... Espérate. Ah, mira, te lo pone aquí. Vale. Veamos. Hacemos el acto 4. De Sumeru. Vale.
Try and stop me.
Hola, Catherine.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that
Clase
important,
Arconte,
it's probably
dice.
some Archon class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Entonces, ¿para qué nos necesitas a nosotros?
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones
Exacto.
for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all with the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumero branch at stake. It's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
Un cumplido y ya, para que me lo acepta.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
O sea, saben que han desaparecido, pero no sabe quién.
Village, but they don't even know his name?
Que encima ni que las civilizaciones de aquí sean grandes.
Maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
Además, mis amigos de las tiendas me dijeron que cuando están conmigo siempre les preguntan si tienen permiso sus padres para comprar hasta un móvil nuevo. Pero a mí nunca me han dicho nada. A ver, no sé tú, pero yo no voy a comprar mi móvil cada 5 minutos. Pero bueno. No sé qué clase de cosas compras. Un poco de mota, tal vez, en vez de móviles mota.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand.
All right then, let's go. I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Un cuento para dormir, venga. Adolfmir.
We made it to Vimara Village. Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
Toma, hostia.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Me hace gracia porque Mabuika. No, yo no me drogo, yo prefiero el boxeo. Ya. Tú te metes mota. Mira. Mira esto. Mabuika parece que se haga un hot run por el ataque que hace. Hot run. Cuando le meto una hostia a algo, parece que se haga un hot run la cabrona, como si fuera con un bate. Me llevo esto. Vale, tú.
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
Ah, so you're here about that then. You're not the first. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your
Mejor
questions.
cuéntanos del caso,
I
venga.
know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
Yo no soy mexicano, bro. Yo no de... ¿Y tú de dónde eres? Tal vez eres de Colombia y
At
eso es
least that's
peor.
what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that
¿Y
commission.
cómo es posible que hayas hablado varias veces con él y no te acuerdes de su nombre?
There aren't many young people like him
Bueno,
nowadays.
también me pasa a mí, pero
So
bueno.
genuine and pure.
Ese no es el tema.
To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad.
Tú también eres de España,
Could he
¿on?
have just moved away without telling
¿De
you?
qué comunidad? Te voy a meter, como si eres de Galicia, te voy a mandar a fuerte a la cabra, tío.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna...
A ver, sigamos. Esto está conectado, ¿no? Sí, vale. Habla con Abderramán II, o lo que sea. ¿Eres de Galicia? Pues mira, vete a follarte una cabra, anda. Y que... Hola, señor.
It's that guests I hear.
Y la ves también.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
So that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Eso, cuenta,
With
cuenta.
my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think
Y
his
también los
parents are still
franceses.
living in the village. But somehow he
Bueno,
never
los
seemed
franceses
lonely.
tienen como comer esa
In
mierda que
fact,
comen.
He was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take
De hecho,
time
¿qué?
to visit the...
Siempre se ofrecía de compañías mías.
And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But
Ahora es doctor, ¿te
you
imaginas?
don't
Que
happen
es
to know any
una-
details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
O azar.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Ay. Voy a quitar el bicho este, está taladrando todo el rato con el helicóptero. Seguro Naida sabe algo, eso lo tengo
I
claro.
don't think so too. Like the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Yo creo que es eso, o sea,
You two are
de
the
ahí de seguro
adventurers who
sabe.
just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Ajá.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Nos va a llevar a la casa. Nos lleva a su casa, A ver, sigamos.
Rev the engines.
Me cago en... Epa. Esto lo necesito.
Hey there.
¿Y esto qué es? ¿Por qué hay cocodrilos aquí? Fuera, todo por culo. El peligro de la naturaleza. Un escopetazo y a todo por culo. Mira qué peligro lo tiene la naturaleza. Un escopetazo y ya está.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
Vale.
We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Vale.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
Pues esta familia, hombre.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Así.
Wow, that sounds really
Dale.
nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to
Mira
him.
el hijo de puta ahí,
He was
volando.
so thoughtful and... Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Right, I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was...
La comida está fría, mujer.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still... I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when... come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Switching gears. Try and stop me! The end of our legacy.
Coming at ya! This one's got your name on it! Ha!
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not...
It was no trouble!
Now that I think about it, they seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village just in case. Wait a second. The person... It's Dainslev!
Ah, it's you two.
¡Ha llegado el pendejo de mierda! ¡Venga! ¡Darley! ¡Mamón! ¡Que era un mamón!
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning...
So you
Uy,
think
me he
the
saltado algo
Abyss
sin
Order is
querer, tío.
behind it?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still,
Vamos a ver.
the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Te recuerdo que me debes muchas respuestas.
And you shall have them. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
A la luna.
So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity.
Right!
Esa
That
respuesta.
mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
No me acuerdo de
Traveler,
eso.
let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Sí.
I sense hesitation in your words. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin.
Your brother?
¿Qué pasa en Caenria? Venga, si ya lo sabemos, pero bueno.
The five sinners
Apareció
of Caenria.
en el último de
The
Notkai.
wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi,
Que ya nos hemos enfrentado a los dos últimos.
Rehyr of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
Os doy algo para pensar si Fernanfloo
One
puede ser
day,
papá. Piensa
I
que
shall
tú también
have my
puedes.
vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then
Ah, puede ser.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us.
¿Qué tal, CR7 Galán? ¿Todo bien?
We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
¿Aprobaste filosofía? Oye, mira, has hecho algo mejor que yo. Yo nunca pude aprobar
Not one of them
filosofía.
stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course, as I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
so, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the
Epa.
first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Desde aquí le hago promo a mi profe de filosofía grande, Diego Morollón del Río. Hasta sale en Google. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre un cura y el hada de los dientes que el de los... Dientes se llevan a los dientes de leche y el cura llena los dientes de leche. ¡No! Re pedo fue el meme, tío. No puede ser. Convertirlo en un disquine. No recuerdo eso.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
Te van a funar sin nombre. Te van a funar. Lo que he dicho del cura lo ha dicho sin nombre, ¿eh? Y le voy a hacer captura por si acaso me funa en algún momento. Pongo. Yo he leído lo que me pusieron en el chat.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Vale, ¿y qué es eso?
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then what should we do?
Sí.
It's not too late, is it?
Yeah, vamos.
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate.
Eso es lo de Nadlan, ¿no? El telar de destino es lo que usaron en Nadlan para reconstruir las líneas ley.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Espérate. A ver. Vale.
Tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Vale, voy a quitar el chat un momentín, ¿vale? Pero no me voy, ¿eh? Seguimos en directo y todo, pero necesito el móvil un ratillo. A ver. Sigamos.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
¿Qué pasó?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
No nos han dicho nada.
Young guy? Early 20s?
Bueno, excepto eso.
Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
¿Cómo?
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Venga.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do...
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching.
Pues nos lo cargamos y ya está, toma por culo.
I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
¿Me recuerdas, Elga?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Of course.
This one's got your name on it!
A ver, venga, por aquí. Ah, coño, se ha muerto. No me acordaba que estaba muerta Maboika.
Rev the engines!
A ver.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
Un bujero.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
¿Cómo?
Hey, wait up!
Yo suspendo todo en el instituto excepto religión católica, dicen sin nombre. Yo, porque no, yo no doy religión, yo doy... Bueno, yo daba, en su día, daba valores. Valores éticos y no sé qué, no sé cuántos.
Try and stop me!
Setitas.
Rev the engines!
Que se dispersan, tío.
This one's got
Toma,
your
hostia.
name on it.
Toma, hostia. Una, dos.
Feeling lucky?
A tomar por culo.
Ow!
No seas mamón.
Coming at ya!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Cofre. Abre. Coño, tenía que buscar el ángulo. Guardián. ¿Te vas a despertar o qué? Me duermo.
Coming at ya! Coming at ya!
Cuatro protogemas.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
¿Cómo? Ah, vale. ¿Dónde están todas en el centro?
The door's open. Let's go.
Bueno.
Our destination is just up ahead.
A ver, ¿qué hay por aquí?
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
¡El ojete! ¡El ojete del abismo!
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Una mierda de enemigo, ¿no? Ya me la he cargado y ni he empezado. Ya me lo he bajado entero. Pero, tío, espabila un poquillo, ¿no? El escudito, vale, está bien. El escudito da por culo. Pero, mamón, que te voy a reventar. Ya está, todo por culo.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
¿Quién anda por ahí? Lumin, ¿qué hace por ahí?
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
¿Por qué tengo que agarrar los Ilirchols?
We better hurry back to Vimara village and... Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that?
La voz del Dangling, ¿no?
Sounded
Parece.
so gentle. Oh, this is weird. What?
Para mí.
Looks like the
Quería
same
darle una
thing
hostia
is
al jabalí,
happening
pero
over
bueno.
here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
¿Dónde es esto? ¿Noreste? Yo creo que sí.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly. Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my. When you awake, that which differentiates us.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed down, Vimara village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara village before it's too late.
Me lo robo. No puedo. Me cago. A ver. No puedo teletransportarme, tío. Tengo que recorrer todo andando. No más que tengo a Mahuica. Una tuna, un pescado.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Hmm? Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Se ha complicado la cosa.
The young guy from Vimara village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall what it...
But how is that? not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first.
Try and stop me!
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
¿Qué me ha pasado? Que no me he enterado. Ah, vale, esto. Joder, este minijuego de mierda. Está en el recuerdo de alguien, supongo.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Tal vez
if we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada, no one remembers him, because there's been a change in people's memories. No, Baram still remembers.
Pues supongo que está en el recuerdo de alguien. ¿A mí qué coño me cuentas?
Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same term. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
No, no estoy pillando nada. Me cago en tu puta madre, tío. ¿Y a mí qué coño me cuentas?
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict.
Supongo.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
¿A mí qué coño me cuentas? Al viejo, supongo.
Chief Amadea forgot. No.
Pues a Tosa, Dainri no puede ser.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah,
Venga.
That's where they'll be.
A ver.
Rev the engines!
¿Y este señor?
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Otro de Caenria.
You could also...
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and you'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Hola.
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to...
It's nice to see you, traveler. I believe this is the first time.
Eso, ¿quién coño eres? No sé quién es. ¿Caliberto? ¿Puede ser? O venimos porque el Tarry no me suena. ¿Caliberto no era el que se transformó en Ilirchul? ¿Puede ser?
Born into abject sorrow. You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it?
No.
Your sibling's memory.
Vi a tu
This is
el
Atosa's
Glirchul,
memory.
creo.
I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead.
Me ha chupado. No sé inglés, no sé árabe, no sé hindú, lo que sea, no sé.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host.
Pero tú, ¿quién coño? ¿Pero por qué quieres hablar conmigo? Eso, ¿qué te ocurrió?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, but despite his intentions for me, in truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Caliberto está muerto y nosotros lo hemos matado.
As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Ya me había enterado por Naldan, lo siento.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. That. I was wrong to implant those. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat. Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance.
¿Se lo cargó a los 8 años, ha dicho? ¡Qué cabrón, el padre de mierda!
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them... If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. I know.
¿Existente? Ah, exististe. Había entendido existente.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
No sé,
his plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed.
¿Y ahora qué?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Create in the face of everything they could be planning. I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your siblings' memory.
Sí, el que te estaba diciendo Gilberto, Caliberto, perdón, Gilberto. Le voy a decir Gilberto a este señor.
To restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story
Sí, es una
managed to
estupidez.
dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form. When it's to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story. Just like my father did for me. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. But now, the bedtime story?
¿Está? Se va a morir Caliberto, el del culo abierto. Me van a dar el paño. Igual que la corona de Signora.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
¡Cabrona!
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Sí, cabrona.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after fight the Loom of Fate, huh?
Sí, ya lo sabemos. Sí, ya se dijo que querían que iban a crear una KNR alternativa en Natlan.
Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. You could say that. Just look at Caliber. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet, even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
Aether. Va a hablar el cabrón.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
Habló el cabrón.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
Mar del Flores del
Do
Fin.
you remember? A long time ago,
Es como el
when
Tetas
we
pero sin
traveled
fin, ¿no?
between worlds together. You told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me, well, would you think of that as a...
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether.
Pues juntaos y nos atamos por culo.
To rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes.
What's going on?
Se jodió todo.
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Se está jodiendo todo.
In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space.
Ah, maravilloso.
Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Dale un beso, venga. Alabama. No, no hubo Alabama. F en el chat, gente.
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second.
Siempre parece que tenga una raja en el codo o
And
algo.
we saw that guy you called Caliber. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember. Wait, really? Well, what happened after that?
there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the... There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up. They all
Se lo acaba de inventar.
They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear.
Sí, el Gilberto.
Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Gilberto, el de toda la vida, el del barrio.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Sí, es lo mejor y ya está.
Paimon wonders how... Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so...
Full throttle!
How's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Curry Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right? Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye!
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Curry Bear?
Que no hay nada, Paimon, hostias.
A picture?
Deben llevarse. Vale, pues ya está. Un género grupal de un recuerdo desconocido. Bueno. Pues nada, lo dejamos por aquí. Vamos a ver a dónde nos lleva el Selly. Vale. Uy,
Hey,
marchita.
not a bad haul.
No voy a hacerlo. Que le den por culo. Bien. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Voy a transportarme por aquí, por ejemplo. Espero que os haya gustado este episodio. Recordad darle like, suscribiros y todo lo que os decís delante que hagáis y nunca hacéis. Yo me voy ya. Así que esto es todo. Curamos. Y hasta otra.